Alright guys, today we're going to be talking about the Ryobi 8-inch pole saw. So it's the 18 volt. It's going to extend up to I think 9.5 feet. We've got a big tall tree outside. It's got the dead branches on it, so we're going to go ahead and cut those down and give you a review of this. Now the more specific reason that I bought this is it's the oil-free version. I don't know where it says that on here, but there you go, oil-free design. One thing I really hate about chainsaws is A, mixing the gas and the oil, that type of thing, so that's why I got electric. And then more specifically, like all the oil and lube that goes in with the bar. Now, from my research, basically means that it's going to spin a little bit slower, so it's not going to cut as well, but for what I'm looking for, it should do the trick. Let's go ahead and do the unboxing. Okay, while I'm unboxing here, I will say that I purchased this with my own money. Home Depot does occasionally send me things to review, but this was of my own free will and choice. I do have a home storage system that I did get sent, so if you want to see how that works in the garage, how all the tools hang up on the garage, you can go ahead and click to that video whenever I get there. Woo. This should be a pretty simple setup here. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and extend mine all the way out, because again, I've got some pretty tall trees. That I think is all that comes with, maybe some more stuff at the bottom there. But it's essentially going to plug in. You can see there, almost like an Ethernet cable. I mean, I'm sure it's some fancy connection, but essentially that's what it is. So you're just going to line up the flat sides and then push it on in. There we go. Once that's pushed in, you'll bring this thread lock up, just screw it in place. Alright. One other thing it did come with is a little carrying strap. You're going to put this at the very base, so it's going to go to the handle, and then there's a little hook there. Now, something to keep in mind as we do go through this is 130 bucks. I'll link it below, but yeah, 129. So keep that in mind as we go through the review. This is not a super expensive one. This is definitely one of the cheapest options out there on the market. So, have some expectations for that. But, like I said, I'm going to trim this tree. We trim it once every couple years. I don't know, I haven't done it in a few years. So, it does come with this little tiny guard here. You know, it's not great, but it at least does the trick. You don't have to purchase that. And this is the tool only. So if you're like me, you probably have other Ryobi tools, if you're watching this video at least. So, I'm going to use my own battery. This is a 4 amp hour battery. I think it's of the 2 amp hour batteries, does 15 or 20 cuts. So this should give us, I don't know, 40, give or take, which should be plenty. So let's get to it. Well, this is not OSHA approved, but the tree's a little bit taller than I thought, so I'm going to get on the roof, try to cut it from there. Let's go. Probably the dumbest thing I've done in a long time. Alright, the point of that last shot was to tell you what not to do, but decent little workout. It is light enough that even at the top of your range you can still control the weight, be able to push through. obviously don't do that, disclaimer. But otherwise, performs really well, cuts really well. I really, really like it. And then once you're done, obviously we've got some wood to cut up here. So what I'm gonna do is just shrink it down to just one of these to make it a lot shorter. And then that way you can almost use it as a chainsaw. It's just like a 3-foot long chainsaw. So otherwise, I think it's a pretty good value for 130 bucks. Obviously this isn't gonna be heavy duty, but for just the everyday homeowner, the average homeowner that does this once every couple years, and assuming you don't have a crazy huge tree, this is definitely gonna do the trick for you. So let me know what you think. Would you ever use an electric chainsaw, let alone a pole saw? Thanks for watching. Have a good one. Okay, this is post-editing. As I was going through, I realized there's 2 different features that I wanted to point out that I thought were pretty critical to the review. So, the first is going to be this carrying strap that's on it. So it's got a nice little handy safety feature on here. So if you've got it around here, and it starts to, like, if it gets caught in a branch and the branch is falling, what you could do is yank on this red tab, and that will pull it out. There you go, and then it could fall off of you. So that's a cool little safety feature. So just keep in mind, it is something that you have to pull off. It doesn't automatically come off. So in an emergency, you just have to be aware of that. Okay, so the second thing is how this cuts. So you're gonna put the branch up against this, and then it's kind of gonna pull the pole saw away from you. So as you're out here, you need to be aware of that as you're cutting, especially when you're 9.5 feet away, to be pretty steady to be able to pull it back towards you, because it's going to grip up against the branch here and then try to run away from you, just the way that the chains go in there. So just something to keep in mind. All right, so those are the 2 extra things. Hopefully you found this helpful. Thanks again for watching.